Welcome back to Wives on the Island. I'm Alyssa.
And I'm Jessica. Today we're going to do a quick catch-up. Then we are going to discuss scheduling with our children and how we had schedules, if they were strict or not. Then we're going to wrap it up with our pop culture our culture topics, and then a quick recap of our Dancing with the Stars Disney night.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
So how was your week?
It was good. I went pumpkin picking with my kids and my husband, and I got such cute pictures of them.
You did.
But you know what I will say? So my daughter was in a black and white dress with ghosts on it, and then my son had a black button down with a ghost on it so they could match. And while I loved their outfits, it didn't really go with the pumpkin patch aesthetic. It was brown, oranges, greens, and they were in black and white. So I feel like I kind of fumbled that, but nonetheless.
I thought they looked cute. I don't think you
Thank you.
fumbled it. I thought they looked adorable, and your daughter, just her little dress was the cutest.
Oh yeah, it was so cute.
I know your son is always cute, but your daughter's dress was just the cutest little thing.
I
was
know.
every time I saw a picture, I was like, oh God, I love that dress so much.
I know.
Because it's fancy, but it has ghosts on it. So I really liked that. It was
and she wore
girly
bands with it.
Ghosts. I know she did. That was cute.
Because I was like, what am I going to wear at the pumpkin patch? I'm not going to put her in ballet flats, glittery, to her get all dirty and stuff. So I was like, let me just put her in Vans, black and white. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, I have to get this dress. Shopping for girls is just so much better than shopping for boys in the sense they have so many different things, different options for you. It's just so much cuter. It's they either just look like little men clothes for boys, or it's dinosaurs and things like that. There's no in between. So I love shopping for the the girls. But yeah, we went to the pumpkin patch. We had a great time. And it's funny because as we're driving there, my friend texts me and she's like, do you go to any apple orchards or pumpkin patches nearby other than in LJ, which is pretty far? And I was like, no, all the apple orchards are over there. And she's like, it's just so expensive. It's such a drive. She has 4 kids. And I'm like, I totally get it. I was like, listen, we usually go to this one pumpkin patch, and just to get in, I have to pay $15 per person. And it's $10 for my son. My daughter's free, but I still have to pay for my son. And it's just $40 walking through the doors. And then I have to buy food if I want, buy extra tickets if I want to do the corn maze or the tractor. And then if I want to feed the animals, and then I got to buy the pumpkins. And I'm like, why am I paying $15? That's ridiculous. So when I found this, I'll shout them out because they were great. Scottsdale's Farm in Milton. Free to walk in. It's a little store. They have the pumpkin patch. They have a cafe. And you could just walk in and not have to pay. If you want to do those extras, it's separate. But they have it separated enough where my kids didn't even know what was going on over there. So it's not oh, let's go do this. No, they didn't care. They were just we're here for the pumpkins. And my son loves a good instruction, a challenge. And I'm like, we got to find good pumpkins for the front door. So we got to find 5 pumpkins. I want 3 and 2 over here. And he was like, all right. And he was on a mission. And we got the cutest little pumpkins. I love, this is going to be, I feel an unpopular opinion. I love the green. They're called Cinderella pumpkins. They're kind of a grayish green, and they're kind of long, and they have the little green stuff coming out of the stem, and it's kind of a gourd, I guess. I just love it. I'm so happy with them though. And my husband was like, this is gonna be so much money. I was like, it's fine. And it was only $30 total, with
That's
all the stuff. I was happy.
You got a lot
it.
of pumpkins. You got a lot of pumpkins.
Yeah,
I feel $30 is good.
I bought 5, and they were specialty pumpkins, because I will say the big orange ones. I bought 2 big orange ones for the front of my house, along with the ones we got at the pumpkin patch. I got those at Sam's Club because Jessica, they were running a $5 on these pumpkins. They're huge. They're literally the size of my daughter. Why would I pay anything? Why would I pay anything more for just it's just a pumpkin, it's just a regular old pumpkin. And what am I gonna,
right.
No, I bought those at Sam's Club. But I was meaning to ask you, I am so getting ready for fall, even though I'm in a tank top because it was 80 degrees today. I'm ready for fall. And I was going to ask you, how are you feeling for fall? And then you mentioned
that I hate fall. I hate fall. I do when I was asked that question and I was like, oh, I hate fall. I do think back and think maybe I could have reworded that a little bit better. I hate fall because I feel that it is going to be cold and I don't like the cold. I like summertime, I like warm, I like sun, and I feel like the closer that we get, like when fall comes, the sun starts going down earlier, so it's dark and it's dreary, and then it's been raining even though it's been 80 degrees, which today was gorgeous and 80 degrees because it's like 80 degrees without humidity, and I like that.
Yeah.
But I like it in the 80s, 90s. Like that is my temperature. I'm not I like apple cider donuts. I like apple pies. So I like that kind of stuff. I've never in my life been pumpkin picking. So I've never done that. I don't like pumpkins.
Oh my gosh. And you said you don't like pumpkin pie. You don't like pumpkin pie
I don't like
either.
pumpkin pie, no.
Jessica, one thing about me is I'm pretty sure I could enter like a pumpkin pie like eating contest and I may win. I love pumpkin pie. I could eat probably a whole pumpkin pie in one sitting. Like I love it. Love it.
I don't like pumpkin pie. I don't like pumpkin anything. I don't like pumpkin spice. I
don't like pumpkin spice either. Like Starbucks,
I don't like
like
any
people
of that stuff.
People freak out over the pumpkin spice season at Starbucks. Like, I don't like it. You know what it is I like pumpkin. So let me ask you this. Have you tried a pumpkin spice latte before or something like that?
Yes.
Okay.
I've had a pumpkin spice latte. I've tasted pumpkin pie.
Don't you find that the pumpkin spice, though, the spice is like, it's too much spice. It's too artificial, I feel like.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like. I don't like pumpkin spice flavored things. I like pumpkin pie. And like, that's it. I don't do pumpkin spice. Is not my thing.
I don't like pumpkin bread. I'm just not a fan of pumpkin. And it was funny because one of the guys at work today was saying like pumpkin is his favorite. Like his favorite. And he called it a fruit. I don't know if it is a fruit. It might be a fruit. I feel like he's super smart, so it probably is a fruit. And I've just never, because isn't it like a fruit if it has seeds? I think. Now, I do like pumpkin seeds if you roast them and season them. They're very good. I do like a good pumpkin seed. But that's as far as
vegetable or a fruit. It's a fruit because it's a
said.
product of the seed-bearing structure. Wait, like are zucchinis? Oh my God, zucchinis are fruit and eggplant is fruit. Is cucumber a fruit then?
Yep. That's why tomatoes are fruits.
What about peppers?
Peppers are fruits.
Then what the hell is a vegetable?
I don't know. Maybe peppers are fruits. I don't know. I assumed they were because they were. I assumed they were because they had seeds. I thought anything with seeds was a fruit. Just that's what I thought. But then I think like about
carrots.
Kiwis and watermelons. Those all have. Yeah,
broccoli.
I only like. Yeah, cauliflower, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, but I'm not a fan. And then there were other people at work that were like, "Oh my God, don't you just like putting pumpkin in your soups?" And I was like.
No.
Like, I don't, especially now that I know it's a fruit, because you know how I feel about my foods mixing. So I don't want my fruit with savory things. It's like people who you might do this and there's no judgment. I don't judge anybody who does it. It grosses me out. People who put craisins on their salad grosses me out because it's a fruit.
I like that.
Yeah. Craisins, raisins, anything sweet on my savory salad it's not happening. The only fruit should be in a fruit salad. That's
okay.
That's how I feel.
Okay. I kind of go because craisins I will put on a salad. Well, not willingly. Like if it's in there, I will. But like you know how some people do like apple something salads or like mandarin oranges. I don't like fruit in my salad that way. I don't really consider it like craisins because I feel like it's like a processed like fruit. Like it's
but it's still sweet.
Like
I don't think sweet should be in my salads with chicken. Like I don't know. I'm the same. I don't like lemon on my chicken. You know what I mean? Like I'm not a person who puts citrus on my meat. I don't like it. I now a little bit of lemon on my
salmon.
Seafood I'll do. You know what I mean? Like on my fried shrimp or calamari or something like that. That I'll do. But I don't believe that they should be with your meat. I just don't. It grosses me out. I don't like it.
We're totally different now.
But yeah.
I squeeze the shit out of a lime on anything I can. Anything. Even my kids do it.
I will do it on Spanish food. Like I'll put like the lime on like my chicken if I'm eating tacos and stuff like that. So I will do that, but I'm not it's very rare that you're going to see me mix my meats and my fruits. So when they were like, oh, pumpkin soup, I was like,
pumpkin soup? What about butternut squash? Do you try butternut squash soup?
Mm-mm. The only squash I've had is spaghetti squash.
Oh, which is good.
And that is cooked with meat and sauce.
Yeah, sauce.
Like, you know what I mean? So
But you never had butternut squash, just like straight up
No.
roasted
No,
butternut squash?
No, it looks like pumpkin, so I won't eat it.
I think I have to make some for when you come over.
No, thank you. It's okay.
No, it's really good. It's really sweet. I think you would like
That's
it.
what I'm not a fan
Pumpkin's
of
not sweet, though.
Like, I don't know.
Do you like sweet potatoes?
I do like sweet potatoes.
Okay, it's literally like a sweet potato, I feel like. It's like very similar
Well, then
taste.
I'll try.
You need to
it, but
try.
I don't like. I think the other issue is that I like anything chocolate. So I'm not a pie. Like, I do apple pie, and I'll do like chocolate pudding pie or stuff like that. But I don't really even like sweet potato pie.
Yeah, I've never tried sweet potato fry, actually.
You know, my family loves it. Everybody loves it. But I'm not. I don't know. I'm just not a fan.
Yeah. Okay.
Just not a fan. Yeah.
What about your husband? Does he like pumpkin pie?
No, he does sweet potato pie. My
Okay,
husband's-
but he
I don't think
likes
he's
that.
ever had a pumpkin pie. Yeah, he's a big sweet potato pie guy. My kids like sweet potato pie, and because I feel like pumpkin pie, I don't know this for a fact, I don't want to say it, but I was going to say, I feel like it's an up north thing, and I think like sweet potato
for
and
sure.
pecan pie is like a down south thing. So I feel like my husband's family always makes like either pecan or sweet potato pie. So I don't.
Do you
so I
like
don't think,
pecan
I don't
pie?
think he's ever had. No, it's too sweet for me.
I've never
I'll
tried
eat
it, but I want to
I'll
try
eat it, but I think it's too sweet. Like I said, I'm really basic. If it's chocolate, I really just like apple pie. I'm gonna be honest. I'm an apple pie girl, and that's all I want is apple pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting. No, I wanted to get like a little more cooler. I just hate the fact that it's like the week of Halloween down here in Georgia, I feel like is always a toss up because I'm like, do I like dress my kid in like short sleeves or do I dress my kids up in long sleeves to go trick or treating?
Right.
Like, what's the
And
weather?
you never know because it's like the
Yeah.
one year it could be 80 degrees and the next year it could be 32, and you never know.
Literally. And that's like the determination week. It's like it literally goes day by day that week. So I'm like, what do I do? So, but I just don't want it to jump from like a nice 76 to like 50. Like, give me those like gradual transitions down. Like,
But it doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen. It never happens here.
feel
It's
like-
like summer and then winter.
I feel like it
And like a
happened
week of fall.
2 years ago. I feel like it happened gradually. Last year, it did not. It was like boom, which I was not a fan of. I needed to transition nicely, but maybe I will get that, or maybe not, because I'm actually going to New Jersey for my brother's wedding at the beginning of November. So I'm going to be like flying into
It's freezing.
literally. But speaking of, I know we mentioned like white hair. I really need to dye my hair like today. But so here's my issue. I scheduled a hair appointment to get my cut, fix my balayage, do my whites, and prep for my brother's wedding. I scheduled it for October 25th.
So you can't.
So,
You
but
can't
listen.
dye.
So October 25th. My hairstylist, who I love, I would die for her. She's wonderful. She's like, hey, my best friend's getting engaged that day. And her soon-to-be fiance reached out to me and asked if I can help him set up that day. So can we reschedule? So I said yes, because I'm a nice person. And I do love her. This is like no shade to her. I would be like, yeah. So I scheduled for the next week of November 1st. My brother gets married November 8th. But now I'm like set back a week and I have like things to do this next week where I'm around people and it's so bad up here.
So then do it because
but
you
do
can.
it?
Yeah, because
do I
right now,
waste-
isn't today the 8th?
Yes.
So
and
you
I
can
have
do it
another
every 4
month.
weeks.
Oh,
yeah, but
yeah,
you don't
that
think
is
that
true.
the grays will come through?
I don't know. The last time
By
it came,
then mine
it
come
lasted.
through within like 2 weeks. You could like see I'm already starting to show.
That is what I thought, but I will say this last dye job that I did, it lasted me like a long time. I was like impressed, but now I'm like in that limbo state. Do I dye my hair?
I wouldn't. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't. I don't.
Yeah.
I know that you've sent me pictures of your gray hair, but I don't think it's noticeable to anybody but you. You know what I mean? Like
That's
nobody's
true.
gonna be like at the top of your head, like searching for your
Yeah.
grays.
I just
And let's
don't
be honest,
want-
you're taller than a lot of people. Right? Aren't you taller? Like I feel like
not.
when we
Wait,
went
so
to
I-
a cookie party, I felt like everybody was very small.
Really?
Yeah, I
No.
felt like they were small. I felt like they were
I feel
shorter
like they
than
were
us.
all our height.
Except for our one friend's girlfriend. She's tall.
Yeah, she's tall. I think
know, I
just
just
my
felt like
one
they were
friend
smaller than
who
us.
was pregnant at the same time as me. I feel like she's the only one who's a little smaller. Our other friend's wife, who has a daughter the same age as my daughter, she's kind of our height as well. Maybe like an inch or two shorter than me. I forget you're a little taller than me too. So, but yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, and
I mean, they're
everybody
not
else.
looking at your hair is all I mean. Is
Yeah,
like,
well, you know
they're
what? I just feel like sometimes I look in the mirror and there's just like one, like just
because you
sticking
see,
up,
I pluck
and
it.
I'm just like,
I don't give a
I mean,
shit.
I do
I'm
too,
plucking it.
but what if I don't see it in time? You know? I
I
don't know.
know.
I have to. I think I'm just gonna probably wait it out. But I'm like, oh, do I just do it? I don't know.
I
But
would because it's a waste. Because what if it lasts
exactly.
and then she doesn't dye that spot, and then at your
I think they
other
always just
swing
do
it
the
pops there.
roots
Yeah.
anyway. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it go, I guess, after this conversation. I think I'm just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, I was like thinking about it. I was like, yeah, no problem. Of course. Why wouldn't I like just reschedule for the next week? And then I was like, wait, I don't wanna do that. And I wanted to cut my hair a little shorter than normal because I just feel like it grows so fast. But like, I don't want to have it like too short for my brother's wedding because I want to be able to style it in a way that I like. And if it's too short and I curl it, it's just, so now I'm like, oh, what do I do? And that extra week I feel like would actually make a difference of letting it grow. But so that's where I'm at between pumpkin picking and dyeing my hair. How have you been doing?
I've been doing good. I'm on the mend. I'm recovering.
Good.
I went to my first, well, just an intake for my aqua therapy. So I'm going to start it on Monday. So I'm excited. I'll have some excitement about that. The lady was laughing because apparently my hip is like, my hip is messed up. And it's because of the way that I have to sit because of, I can't sit flat. I have to sit on one side or the other, and I favor one side and it raises my hip, and so now my hip is like jacked up a little bit. So she was like, we'll fix that. And I said,
Yeah.
okay. But I have to say, I am so excited to be getting in the water. Like
Yeah.
I am so excited. She was like, are you afraid of water? And I was like, no, I'm not. And she was like, oh, thank God. Because sometimes I have people who are afraid of the water, and then we have to do it in the kiddie pool because it's 3 feet and they're scared to be in like 5 feet. And she's like, and you're tall. So I could bring you, even if you were scared, you could do it in the 5 feet. And I was like, yeah, I'm not. I was like, we could go in 12 feet. I'm good. She was like, oh, good. Oh, good. I'm excited. I'll have some stuff for you to do. And I was like, okay. And she's like, you're going to float and it's going to be wonderful. But let me tell you, Alyssa, I went and I tried to find a place close to our job. And they were like, oh, you're not going to be able to be seen until like October 30th for your first appointment. And I was like, well, that's not going to happen. So they were like, but we have one in Buford, which is next to me. But I was like, okay. So I went. Plus, it's literally like 10 minutes from my house. 10 minutes from my house, there has been a pool, an indoor pool with a water slide, a lazy river, a whole thing for children.
What?
And I didn't know about it. It's been there the lady's like, we've been here for like 14 years. And I'm thinking to myself, it's probably longer than that. But I'm like, this whole time, for the 10 years that I've lived here, I could have been taking my kids to an indoor pool with a lazy river and water slides and the little bucket that fills up and pours
Yeah.
on their head. Yeah, like all of that was there. I could have been swimming laps. I was devastated when we left Marietta because I used to go to the YMCA before work and I used to swim a mile in laps because to me that was better than running. And I was like, I could have been doing this for 10 years.
That's what you should do instead of run.
I know. But right now I cannot because apparently so the place is right next to a high school, one of the high schools here, and they use the pool in the morning for high school swim team.
Gotcha.
So I will not be able to do that because they open at 6. And I was like, shoot, I could do it. I'll go into work a little bit later to run. Or I could do it at night. I mean, technically I could go at night. But I was like, oh my God, I've been missing out on this whole time. And it was 10 minutes from my house and I never knew.
At first I'm like, wow, you're really into this. And I like forgot like you were a swimmer. Like,
Yeah.
I totally forgot
So
about
for 10
that.
years. So
I'm
it's
like, wow, she's like really passionate about this.
Yes, like I don't know what it is because I hated swimming, but I loved it. Like it was like a love-hate relationship. I really did it. I mean, my parents got me to swim. They were like, after everything, we'll get you nachos. So that was like really my incentive to swim. I loved swimming. I hated indoor swimming. I really hated swimming in the winter because it was like nice and roasty toasty in there, and then you come outside and it was freezing and it was just the worst. But smelling the chlorine, I was like, it's like therapy. I just love it. I was like, I cannot wait to get in the water on Monday. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited for you.
So I'm hoping that I will be on the mend. Now, the thing that scared me was she said, your fracture, it's going to take you like 8 to 10 weeks to recover. And I was like, spine doctor said 6 weeks. And she was like, it's 8 to 10. And I was like, I was like, So
I don't think you understand how serious this is and how you shouldn't be walking 4 times a week, period.
But no, she told me that walking is good for me. She told me that
Okay.
walking is good as long as I don't go fast, and I do not go fast because
Okay.
I cannot go fast. So I literally just take my time, listen to my podcast, and just, go about my business. So that was pretty much my week. I mean, we're filming on Wednesday. We usually film on a different day. So
Yes.
It's thrown off my whole week. I was literally at work yesterday, and it was 9:15. I was like, it's been a long week. The girl looked at me and she's like, it's Tuesday. And I was like, I know, at 9:30. It's Tuesday at 9:30 and I've already had a long week.
Yeah.
And then I got to see my daughter. I had to bring her some stuff, so I was super excited to go see her. So I drove over there at lunch and I went to go drop off some stuff for her. And it was just so good to see her little face and give her a hug. I was so excited. And so I was like, what are you going to do this weekend? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, it's Thursday. You haven't planned for anything? And she's like, it's Wednesday. And I was like, oh, God, I have another day in the office tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm exhausted. I'm totally lost on time. I don't know what it is about this week, but I'm struggling.
Yeah. I have book club tomorrow. And like you said, we usually record on a Thursday. Today's Wednesday. And I feel like I kind of needed book club tonight to push me through the next week. I like having something on a Wednesday, so I'm like, okay, that's my halfway point. And then it's I finish up with a podcast on Thursday, and then Friday, woo, we're here, and it's I still have another 2 days to get through. So I understand. It's
rough.
I will say, my daughter, she goes to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays and in the morning, and for some reason that time off on Tuesday, I'm like, oh my God, it's Friday, and I'm
Right.
like, wait, it's not, I'm nowhere near done with the week, but I feel my mind is ready to be done because I'm I've enjoyed this time, to get things done. It feels like a Friday, or it just doesn't feel like the day of the week lately that it's actually is. So I understand.
Let's discuss schedules for our children. So I feel like me.
So we are
like you and I
actually on the same page this week with
Yes.
schedules, because I totally thought you were a screen time and we totally were not. But when it comes to schedules, we are on the same page. And so having your children on a schedule. Now, I find it the first couple of weeks when my son was born, I was like, how do we do this? And our job, which he worked at, and my husband and I worked at when I was pregnant, they gifted us this Moms on Call. I guess it was not an evaluation, but a session to meet with the owners. And then they gifted us all the books. And while I didn't do every single thing they suggested, I did follow most of it. But the number one thing I took away from those books were the schedule, because I was like, I don't know. How am I supposed to know what schedule my kid goes on? So those books were a lifesaver for me. I've given them to all my friends that have been pregnant after me. And I'm like, please give it back, because in case I have another one, or and then I have my daughter. And then I was saving it now for when my brother has kids and things like that. But I love having my kids on a schedule. What made you what did you just come up with your own schedule? Because I don't think they had Moms on Call,
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm going to be honest. I don't know that my children would have been on such a strict schedule if I didn't have the husband that I have, because he's very scheduled, and I'm not. But at 6 months, my husband was like, it's time. They need to sleep through the night at 6 months. He was like, I didn't work with my first daughter, so getting up in the middle of the night wasn't an issue or anything like that. But at 6 months, he was like, they could sleep through the night. At 6 months, she could sleep through the night. And it wasn't about napping schedule. I wasn't as strict on at that time, but it was bedtime was at a certain time, and you were going to sleep through the night. We did that whole cry it out method I did it with all 3 of my children. With them, I think my youngest one was the one who did the best with it. Because she liked sleep, so I didn't have to worry about I think she might have cried for 2 days, and then she cried, she put herself back to sleep. My middle child was she was the hardest. She just hated not being picked up. She struggled. But then after after they slept through the night, then it was like, okay, we need them on a good napping schedule because I didn't want to throw off their bedtime routine, like their bedtime. And then I have to say, even to this day, my daughters, I mean, now they do, both of my daughters wake up at like 4:30 in the morning because their school bus comes at like 6:05, 6:06.
Crazy.
Yeah. So I want to say my kids are asleep by 8:30, 9 o'clock tops, like the latest. And they're in high school. And
Yeah.
I mean,
College.
up until my daughter was a senior, 8:30, 9 o'clock, because they have to be up so early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they need to function and all of that stuff. So I want to say they were 7:30 probably up until middle school. And then it was 8:30, 9 o'clock, and then they were back in bed. And my daughters were like, "This is so embarrassing." And I was like, "If people come over, you don't have to go to bed at 8:30. You know what I mean? Like if you have sleepovers and stuff, you don't have to go. It's for school. Like you know what I mean? Like I know what kind of person you're gonna be. My daughter misses sometimes because now they're in their, and I have to say, they're in their room and they're in their bed. Like they're in their bedroom at 8:30, 9 o'clock. What time do they actually fall asleep?
Yeah.
I don't know. And I don't care. Do what you want to do in there. You know what I mean? If you're up till 11. But there have been times where my kids have stayed up and guess what? They've they've gone and turned their alarm off and gotten back in bed and almost missed the bus a couple of times because they're exhausted from not and I was like, we leave before. I mean, we don't leave now, but when they were in middle school, we left before their bus got here. So if you missed the bus, we were gone. Like, nobody's coming to get you to bring you to school. You know, now, if they were to leave, my husband's gone before my daughter gets on the bus, but I'm not. So if she missed the bus, I could take her to school, but that's out of the way, and you know, I don't want to do that. So, yes, we were very strict. Nap schedules were very strict because, you know, I feel like any parent knows when your kid doesn't get a nap, they're a terror for the rest of the day, or they'll fall asleep extra early and then they're up, and it just throws off the schedule. So I feel that a schedule is important. It's just important, and it's important for the parent too, because you can't function when your child is a horrible Tasmanian devil because of the fact they haven't slept. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Fighting that, those, like, when they go from 2 to 1, and then, like, when they're starting to outgrow their nap, but they still technically need it, but they're, you know, that's a struggle because they need it.
I was just talking to my friend about this. My friend's daughter is 3, and she's, like, in that zone, and I was like, oh my God, I do not miss that age where it's like your kid could do without a nap, but they actually can't do without it, but sometimes they're good without the nap and sometimes they can't do it. It's like you're like
2 days in a row and you're like, oh God.
Yeah, I just like, I'm so not looking for, I'll be there next year probably. Yeah, that's a rough patch to go through for sure. No,
And what about you? You were strict.
I was very strict with the schedule, especially with my son. I will say I feel like I'm a little more lenient with my daughter because it's like we want to do things, and I don't think it's fair to like keep my son in the house all day and like just like not do things with her, I guess. Or, you know, second child. With my son, it was like he needed to, I will never forget this. Like I needed to go get blood work, and I had my husband watch my son, and I was like, he needs to go to nap at 1 o'clock. And I got home at 1:05 and that kid was still awake, and I lost my shit. I was like, what is he doing awake? Why isn't he sleeping? And he's like, I literally had to change his diaper. Well, you should have changed his diaper at like 12:50. Like, what are you doing here? I was losing it. I'm a lot more flexible. Like now with my daughter, I let it go a couple minutes. But what I was going to say is I have to now because my son gets picked up from school at 1:30 and her nap time is 1 o'clock. And like, I can't be at 2 places at one time. So unless my husband's working from home, like she has to come with me and she has to stay awake in the car. Now that she goes to school on Tuesdays and Thursdays, she's pretty tired and she'll fall asleep in the car on like when I'm on car line. So now I have to park, get her out of the car to keep her awake, pick him up like 5 minutes early, bring them in the car, get all of them back in the car, go home. Thankfully, it's only like 12 minutes away. And then I can get her to sleep like as soon as possible. But it's like I just have to be a little more flexible with her. But with my son, it's like, you know, I was so strict about it, which honestly, like, I don't regret. I regret some of the arguments I started with my husband because I was like so strict about it. Yeah. But keeping him on the schedule, no. Because I feel like it worked for us. It helped me get out of my postpartum slump of like, I know I have from 1 to 3 to work out if I want to do something for myself, or I could prep dinner, I could do this. And same thing with my daughter, both of the kids. And it's like, I know that every single night the kids are down by 7:30, and that's me and my husband's time to do what we want to do together, separate, whatever. That's our time. And I just think it's a better routine for us as a family. And I mean, this will be another topic, I don't know if next week, but co-sleeping. I could never, just like also just for like my time with my husband too. Like, I think it's so important to just have that time to decompress. There are some nights where I like come down the stairs after putting the kids to sleep, or like when it was just one, or like we're both putting the kids, like usually my husband handles my son, I handle my daughter. We close the door at the same time and we just like fall into each other. We're like, oh, they're rough today or something like that, you know? And it's like, I would cry some days if I didn't get that from him and I had to like, you know, deal with another kid while another kid was asleep and then one kid was up. I would just be like, I need my time to decompress after the day that we had. Or even if it was a good day, it's like you still mommed all day, you still parented. And it's just easy, and it allows you to do things too, like plan your days, allows you to go where you want to go. Yeah, you might just have to do it like at different times. But then if you don't have the kids' schedule, they could be, like you said, like a Tasmanian like, yeah, like a Tasmanian devil, like, and you're just like, it's not fun for anybody to be in those situations, whether it's you or the people you're with. It's not fun.
No.
And I know your kids still, like, they kind of have their own schedule, and I think it's like a good routine to like instill in them. Like, just, I feel like it just makes things a lot easier. I actually read, I told you I had book club tomorrow. So every other book club meeting, we do like a parenting book. And I actually read one that I enjoyed. It was called Simplicity Parenting. And it talks about routine and rituals and things like that, and how important like family dinner is, and just keeping it on a routine. Because even though you're not telling them to make their own decision of when they need to nap or what, you know, when they have to eat, just you kind of are if you don't have them on a schedule. And it takes a lot of stress off of them. And it
does, and they know what's next. Like, they know what happens next. And I think, you know, my youngest, she has ADHD, and I think routine is, for her, it's very good. Like, she knows what's next. You know what I mean? Like, when both of the kids were in the house, it was one of them cooked dinner, one of them did dishes. And it's like they knew, okay, once dinner is done, the one who doesn't have dishes clears the table, puts the dishes in the sink, and then and it's like they know what happens next all the time. Then it's go upstairs, and you know what I mean? It's just, I feel like routine is so good for all kids, but kids with learning disabilities like ADHD or any kind of, I would say, what is it?
Learning disabilities.
Neurodivergent children. Routine is good because it's good for them, and I feel like it's a good thing. It's good to have, and I think that I think starting with the sleep schedule, I think that starts the routine of, you know what I mean. And I'm not judging people who don't put their kids on a sleep schedule, because whatever works for your family, but I feel like it cracks down on a lot of chaos. You know what I mean? It's just because I know people whose kids, they didn't have their kids on a schedule. Their kids would like sleep in the car, or if they went, but it was like, then there would be some times where the kids just screamed because they were so overtired.
Yeah.
And it's like, nobody wants to be around that. You know what I mean? While your kid is screaming, having a meltdown in a store because you're shopping. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you needed to go buy some clothes or something. Like I said, I know people have to do what they have to do, but I think it's best for the child if you have them on a sleep schedule.
Yeah. And I know that you said, like, your husband decided at, like, 6 months, let's start sleep training and all of that. But, like, for my son, I think he was around a month. And my daughter, honestly, might have been, like, 2 weeks.
You had big babies, though, because...
No, I'm talking about, like, the schedule. Like, just in general.
Okay.
Schedule. No.
We did it because the doctor said at 10 pounds, they should be able to sleep through the night. So, and my kids were small babies. So, that's why around 6 months, I mean, they were a little bit bigger than 10 pounds at 6 months, but that's when we were like, okay, they're old enough.
Yes, 10 pounds, the birth weight of my son.
I know, right? That's why I was like, you had big babies, so
No,
they could
so-
sleep through the night.
Yeah, no, for sure. So when we're talking about schedule, I technically never sleep trained my kids. They slept
wow.
on. Maybe my son a little bit. There's always like in the Moms on Call book, they talk about like put them down when they're kind of like in that sweet spot of like falling asleep but still awake and they just finished their bottle, like things like that. And I saw that with my son. My daughter, she was sleeping through the night literally at a month. Like she was so ready to sleep. She still loves her sleep. I have to wake her up sometimes still. But I never had to sleep train my kids. When it comes to putting them on a schedule though, like for the naps and their meals and all of that, I started that around a month with my son. And then maybe like around 2-3 weeks, or maybe a month too with my daughter. Maybe it was 2 months with my son. I can't remember. But I just knew about it more with my daughter.
Well, and you already had a routine.
Exactly.
Like, think about it. You already had a routine with your son, so it's easier to keep the routine.
Yeah, it was a little harder with a newborn because it's so different. But like right now, like when they're basically at the same schedule, it's cake right now. But the beginning was a transition. But yeah, it just makes it so much easier to be out and about and just keep them calm. I know there are parents that don't sleep schedule or don't have schedules, and you're absolutely right. Like you said, when you were a stay-at-home mom, you didn't need to, and I totally understand that.
Right.
I do think it's important because, most people who have maternity leave, it's like 12 weeks if you give vaginally, 14 weeks for a C-section.
Right.
Around that 4-month is when you get the sleep regression. So that's already tough. And then it's also hard if you do have to go back to work after that maternity leave and then your kid's not on a schedule. It's kind of like, what do I do? So I think it's also an easy transition to go back to work if you have them on the schedule, when you have to pump if you're doing that, or, it's an easier transition because like leaving your baby after, giving birth and all that is hard enough. And it's one less thing you have to worry about.
Right. Yep. I think schedules are great. Like I said, I know that they don't work for everybody. Some people work shift schedules and there are, there's just different reasons to not. So like
sometimes the kids are difficult.
Yeah. I'm not judging anybody who doesn't have their kids on a sleep schedule. I just think that it's less chaotic and it's a pain in the butt to do it because, like I said, sometimes you're like, I need to go get milk for this one ingredient for dinner that I didn't get but I have to put my kid down. I would put my kid down and I just either pick a different, you know what I mean? Like it wasn't like, I was like, well, they need to be on a schedule. So I, get it, but I didn't forfeit the schedule for things. You know what I mean? I don't feel that I forfeited my schedule for things. My children, as they got older, they weren't on the same schedule, you know what I mean? Because they, because they were, like, one of them was doing 2 naps a day, the other was 1.
Yeah.
So, and that sucks, because like you said, you feel bad keeping them in the house, because you can't go anywhere, you know what I mean? You're, like, trapped when they need to nap.
Or I felt like when my daughter was on the 2 nap things, or sometimes even the 1 nap still, it's like on the weekends, my husband has been working all week, and he's like, I want to go out. And I want to do something, and he takes my son with him, and I'm kind of home by myself, which I don't mind all the time because I'm like, okay, then I could work out, I can catch up on like laundry, I could do the dishes, prep the dishwasher. I mean, there's things I could do, but sometimes like those are not like, other than working out, and even then, that's not like enjoyable for me, like I want to go out too.
You're doing it because you have to. You want to go out.
Exactly. Of course I want to like go do what they're doing. So that's the only hard part. But would I rather sacrifice my daughter's nap and go out? Absolutely not, because then it would be not fun.
Not
for
after seeing
any
that
of...
picture you sent me tonight.
Oh, she was pissed. She was so tired.
I was like, she looks like she's going to punch you in the back of the head.
Yes. For reference, my daughter was just so cranky today. She was so tired, and we had to go pick up my son, and she insisted on a princess crown, and she's just in the back of the car with the most pissed off face you've ever seen, looking like she's ready to like murder somebody. And she
And
was
you
just
took
like,
a picture, and she looked at that camera like, you better get this fucking phone out of my face right now.
she's such a savage. I love
Like,
her.
she's gonna murder you because she would look so cranky. But yeah, and you don't want, nobody wants to deal with that. I
No.
mean,
And it's not fair to
yeah.
them, you know? It's not
No.
like they don't want to feel like
Because
that
then you're
either.
over, because then you're frustrated and you're mad at them. And then, like, when you think about it, you're like, why am I mad at you? I'm the reason that you're not having your nap right now. You know what I mean? Like, I can't be mad at you because it's not your fault, it's my fault.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, if let us know if a schedule worked for your family, why or why not.
And what schedule? Because I saw this girl on TikTok. I think her husband works like the overnight shift, or he works,
I know who you're talking about, I think.
and they put their kids down at like 1 a.m. or something
Yeah.
like that, so that they could. And I was judged. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I watched it, I was judging. I was like,
Yeah.
what? Because and the other reason that it was part judge, part jealousy. Because with my youngest daughter, she likes to sleep, but she would. No matter what time you put her down, she was up the minute that sun peeked through the curtain, and we had blackout curtains, but it was like she knew the minute the sun was up, she was up. So if the
Yeah.
sun came up at 5:45, she was up at 5:45. It didn't matter. I could have put her down at 4:30. She'd be up at 5:45.
Yeah.
So when people are like, "Oh, I put my kids down at 12 a.m. and they'll sleep till 11," and I was like, "Well, that's good for you," because my child would be up. I'd put my child down at 1 a.m. and she's up at 5:45 asking for breakfast, you know? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I was judging. And then I thought about it and I was like, it works for their family. If that's how, you know what I mean? I struggle to think how you're going to fix that come school time, but
Yeah.
that's none of my business. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's none of my business, but that's where my mind goes because the other thing is I also think about you start the schedule young because when they get older, they have school. And if your kid is not getting enough sleep, they're not going to be learning very well in school. And there are some people who run on 4 hours of sleep and they can function and good for those people, but my children are not those kids.
Yeah.
Even now, if my oldest daughter, if she doesn't get a good 8 hours sleep 2 nights in a row, she's the meanest thing on the whole wide world. She's mean and she's moody. She'll cry. And even at 18, that's how she is. She
Yeah.
needs her sleep. And it's just, you know what I mean? It's who they are. And I don't know. So I don't know
Yeah.
how people do it without a schedule, but whatever schedule works for you, I'd like to hear if there's anybody else like that family that puts their kids down super late and lets them sleep till 11. How did you do it? And what are you going to do when school starts?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's get into pop culture. These are kind of opposite end of the spectrum stories because we have Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco getting married, which congratulations to them. Apparently they had a big wedding.
And she looked beautiful and they looked so happy.
She looked gorgeous. I will say there's some like controversy going on.
What?
So her friend, Francia Reyes,
Was she not invited?
no. So her kidney donor, who she was friends with, was not invited.
Yeah. But they had a falling out a while ago because of the kidney donation.
I think
That's what I heard.
I think the falling out was because she donated her kidney, whatever. They were friends. And then Selena made a comment about how Taylor Swift is her only friend in the industry. Well, Francia is in the industry as well, and she commented like on some posts like that was hurtful for her, which I understand. Maybe she meant music industry.
I'm going to be honest, I felt that she meant on her wavelength. And I'm not saying that Selena is as big as Taylor, but while Francia has done things, she is not
Yeah.
Selena level. She is not
And then if
Ariana
that's the
level.
case,
You know what I mean? Like that's. I feel like she meant that Taylor
in the
Francia
same
could go out
same
in public
salary
and not
bracket.
have. Not even that. I don't know that because I don't. Yeah, I mean she is now. Yeah, but I'm saying like Francia could go out and paparazzi is not looking for her. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like Selena can't go out. Taylor can't go out. I think that's what she means. Like that's
Yeah.
how I took it. I don't think she meant because she has a lot of friends that are in the industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think she meant on her level.
If she did, I think that she should have clarified because I think that, you know, but even so, let's say like that wasn't it, like or that was it, what else could it have been that you didn't invite this person to their wedding? And it's not like they had a small, like intimate wedding. They had a lot of people. So it's like just extend the invite and like make Because she also could have been like, yes, I was invited. I decided not to go, or I couldn't go. Make up a lie. My schedule like conflicted.
I didn't know that she wasn't invited.
I mean, I guess technically she never said it, but she made a statement about how, like, you know, she's at peace with it because at the end of the day, like, Selena wouldn't be here without her. So she, like, saved a life. And now she's so happy that she's married, you know, the love of her life and whatnot. So I get that. But on a more positive note of this story, she looked absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy for her because I feel like everybody just, like, you know, loops her into the Justin Bieber of it all. But, like, Selena Gomez is happy without Justin Bieber.
I have to say, I didn't understand their relationship at first, her and Benny, because I don't know. I didn't understand it ever. He seems to be the sweetest man in the whole wide world, and his little remark about I married a real Disney princess. Oh, sir. Okay. And I just loved that. So I'm, you know, I love love. So I was happy and I loved that. And they seem so happy. And I really hope it works and everything stays positive and they just love each other forever.
Absolutely. Yeah. Nothing but good vibes for them. On the other end of the spectrum, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban called it quits after 19, 20 years. So yeah, I don't know if you know this, but Nicole Kidman did a movie like a year or two ago called Baby Girl, and it was do you know about this?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw clips on TikTok. I didn't watch the movie.
I didn't watch I didn't see the clips, but I heard that has to be why. It has to be why.
No, so
but I also heard
I heard that he cheated.
I heard that he also has a girlfriend. Yeah,
I heard that there were multiple affairs. I don't know. I always root for Nicole Kidman. I like her. I think she's great. I think she's a great actress. I don't know who she is personally, but I remember you probably were young or not even born when she was married to Tom Cruise, and then they had like that horrible divorce, and they had adopted children, and I guess the children stuck with Tom.
Really?
And they don't have a relationship with her, and I heard it's because of Scientology, because, you know, apparently, like, if you're a Scientologist, you can't be friends with people who aren't, kind of thing.
So the kids are in the Scientology as well? Mm-hmm. Don't fact check us.
Yeah, don't. No, but they are. They're, because Tom is they're still very active in Tom's life, and apparently, you know, he's big in the Scientology area and stuff like that. But they kind of cut her off.
Wow.
From what I remember. And this is like, you know, like I said, this was years ago, so I rooted for her when she found, you know, when he was doing that stupid crap, jumping on the couch and stuff. I was so happy when she got with Keith Urban, and I was like, oh, and they're both Australian, and it's just so great, and they had children together.
He's Australian?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes. Which cracks me up when they're like, we need Americans in the Super Bowl, and they're like Keith Urban, and I was like, dude, he's from Australia. He's Australian. Goodness. But they're both Australian, and they have their daughters. I don't know. For the first time ever, I've seen a picture. I saw a picture just recently with her and her daughters. Mm-hmm. They're like the cutest little things. I mean, I know they're grown, but they're like the cutest little things, and I rooted for her. So I was sad when they broke up, and then I wasn't if the rumors of him having an affair, because you should always leave if somebody's having an affair. And she'll be fine. I mean, she's Nicole Kidman.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope they find happiness on their own, and you know, and even so.
Well, as a cheater, I hope he doesn't find any happiness.
Yes, but if that's not true, because that is allegedly. But yeah, if he did.
If it's not true, then I hope he finds his own love.
But nonetheless, I hope she does. It's so crazy to just see like these two stories, and it's like, oh my gosh, like what a toss up. But what do they say? When one door closes, another one opens. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they're fine. Again, they're celebrities, so they'll rebound.
They'll all be fine.
Yeah, they'll all be fine. But yes, I was very happy. Like I said, my excitement was for Selena. When I saw those pictures, I was like, yay, how cute.
I know.
And now I hope that they will take her out of the Justin Bieber discourse. I hope
literally.
that gets done. You know what I mean?
Let's literally close that door to that chapter for real.
Because she's finally happy. He's happy with his wife. She's happy with her husband. We could be done with that.
Yeah.
I'm over it.
Same. All right. Now, my favorite part of the episode is the Dancing with the Stars recap, week 4 Disney night. And I have to say, I enjoyed this episode so much more than stupid TikTok night. So thank you. I really want to go to Disneyland. Like, I'm dying to go to Disneyland so bad, and this did not help. So we'll just go through each couple one by one. Jen.
Real quick, though. Real quick.
Real quick. So first up, hold on. First up was Dylan and Daniela. I had like mixed feelings about this because like I thought this was really good, but like at the same time she was like, it's just Daniela that's really good, and the song I enjoyed because you know how I love that song because my kids play it nonstop. So it's like I got mixed feelings about it, but my biggest takeaway from Dylan's dance was him saying about stay tuned for next week, because Julianne mentioned High School Musical and Jesse almost lost it, because I truly don't think you understand. As someone my age, High School Musical was my life. Like, I love Ashley Tisdale, Vanessa Ann Hutchins, Zac Efron. Like, oh my, that man is beautiful. And I think he's more beautiful than his brother, too. But
yeah, I don't think so.
Oh my God, you think Dylan's more attractive?
Yeah,
so
Zach has been messing with his face. I don't like that.
There's a lot of Photoshop stuff, but no, like...
No, but he's messed with his face.
Yeah, but okay, like, take me back like 5 years ago. Perfect specimen of a man. Perfect.
I think he's nice. I think he's very good looking. I find his brother to be cuter, I think.
There's also that nostalgia for me, you know, of all of that. So I loved it. What did you think of it? Because I know you're like...
I think he's okay. I think the judges like him more than...
I agree.
How good he is.
I
feel like they really like him. And, okay, when we get further down, I have to say something about a judge, but...
I know what you're going to say.
Get there. But I feel like they like him a lot more than... with him and Scott, I feel like they really like them, but I think Dylan did better this week. I really do. I think he did very well, but I don't think he's great. You know what I mean?
I agree, I just
don't think he's great.
I don't think the judges really like Scott like how they like Dylan. I just think they overscored Dylan.
No,
but the thing is, it's like Daniela's so good and like
she's great. I love watching her.
But I really,
but I just think.
I think it like mesmerizes them because you're like, oh my God, that was so good. But was Dylan good, or was just like the choreography really good, you know?
Right.
So Danielle and Pasha, Danielle Fishel, what did you think?
I do have to say, I love The Jungle Book and I Want to Be Like You. So I was like super psyched about it. I do have to say that this week, while I liked it better than the TikTok week, I really dislike not the original songs.
Well, I know that's a hard...
Like, somebody singing it live really ruins it for me a little bit.
I
agree. I'm not a fan. Like, I thought she did good, but I don't think she's great. And I don't know if it was the pants, but I felt like she was off sync, but maybe it was just the pants. You know what I mean? Like, because I was trying to, like, watch, but I couldn't. I was like, what are they? I don't know. It was a lot. The pants were too much for both of them. And when Jordan Childs and even when Whitney did it, I don't like those pants. Like, take that off because you can't figure out what's happening down there because the pants are a lot.
Gotcha.
But I don't think I think she did good, but I don't think she's great. You know what I mean? Like, she's good.
Yeah, I like this. You know what I enjoyed the most about this? And there was a couple of other ones too. So Dylan did a quick step, and then Danielle did a quick step. And it was nice to see, like, back-to-back kind of compare the type, because it's the same type of dance. And then, like, a couple of other people also did quick steps. There were a lot of quick steps tonight, which I liked because you could see like what the quick step entails and compare each one. Where like I felt like last week like one person did a samba, one person did a tango, one person did a cha-cha, one person did it was just so many different things. You're like, okay, these are all good, but it's so hard to judge because they're so different. But I like that it was a lot of like of the same dances today, because you could see and compare the stars like skills on that dance. So I enjoyed that. Scott, this one was hard for me because, again, High School Musical, I sang the whole time. I kind of like blacked out. I had to like go rewatch it because I was just like bop, bop, bop. And I was like, okay, wait, what did he mess up? Yes, he messed up. So I had to like rewatch it, but it's just so nostalgic. Again, this is the thing. Was it a good song or was it a good performance? It was just a good song.
It was a good song.
So yeah, he messed up. What did you think? I know you're not like
I'm
a
not
ride or
I
die.
put, okay, he's still stiff. And I don't like the fact that he got the same score as Danielle. Like, I thought Danielle
Agreed.
was better. And I'm like, how are you getting the same score? Like, you should be down there. You should
Yeah.
be down there, is how I feel. Like, I don't think he's like the bottom of the barrel, but I definitely think he's not. There's no way he was as good as Danielle. And I know
Yeah.
Danielle messed up in one spot. I know she
Yeah.
did, but I felt like I don't know. It's like he doesn't know what to do with his arms. He doesn't.
He's lanky.
Just, I don't know. Yeah.
He's lanky.
I know.
He's like a lanky,
but they
awkward.
need to work on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, I thought she killed it. And I feel like her and Val finally look like connected in their chemistry. And I was low-key pissed she didn't get a 9. Because I think one judge could have thrown her a 9. Because she did really good. And I was disappointed with the score.
So, and you know, I'm not a fan of her. I thought hers was excellent. Until my girl came, she was the number one of the night. And the fact that she got not 1 9
Just one.
is, yeah, because one, she did great. Val did great choreographing that, because that whole like where she was like using her power against pool, they were just I don't know. I thought it was wonderful. And as Sleeping Beauty is my absolute hands down favorite Disney movie. I know people think it's weird, but it has been my favorite Disney movie since I was little. I think it was the first one I saw, so it's my favorite Disney movie. So the song was good. Her outfit was good. Her little Maleficent. I mean, I thought it was wonderful, and I was really pissed that she did not get a 9.
Yeah, I
And
thought
she's not even on my team, so I was like, because I secretly root for your people to be bad, but she did so good, and I was like, she deserved at least 1 9.
Yeah, absolutely. I felt like
thought she was great.
She committed to the bit. And again, she is dancing with the normal people. She's not a performer.
Right.
She's not an actor.
Nope.
She never has to do this. She is just like herself. And I feel like while Dylan can be considered, I mean, he was in Traders where it's like a little bit of acting, but he's again a normal person. And I feel like he wasn't Mater, but she was Maleficent. Like she really, her acting like chops really came through. No, I thought she did great. I was so bummed she didn't get a 9 because I feel like she truly deserved at least 1 9.
She did.
And like I love Whitney, and I think she deserved her 9 as well. But I also think like it would have been a real like leg up for Alex to get 9 because she's not a dancer. You know, like she's not. She has 0 dance experience. Like.
Right, and she killed it.
real.
She
did
killed
really
it.
well.
It looked beautiful. It was great. I loved it. Like I said, I'm not a fan of her, but she did. I was shocked when 1 9 did not come across that thing.
Yeah.
I was like, you gotta be kidding me. She did great.
Yeah. Hilaria, she went home. Her voice is annoying. I like that we saw another quick step. And it's not her accent that annoys me, by the way, with her voice.
Because she didn't have
It's
one
the
this
pitch.
week. Did you notice that?
No,
she didn't have the accent this week.
I don't even...
Her Spanish accent has been dwindling every week that she's been because it's not real, so she forgets to do it.
I just don't like the pitch of her voice.
Because that's not how she really talks in real life. It's one of those,
I liked, again, we saw another quick step, but I felt like it was kind of boring because it didn't have words.
I just put, she did good because she's a good dancer. Like, we could put that out there. I'm not a fan of her, but she can dance. It wasn't exciting to watch.
No, I agree.
I was
it was boring. Okay. And obviously, she is a controversial. She's a controversial person to have on the show, but I also don't think that it worked in her favor to be paired with Gleb, who, as again I mentioned on Love Thy Nader, he is like enemy number 1 with Brooks Nader.
I know, that's so funny. I saw that on TikTok. They were like, they had 2 people who people hate with each other, so nobody's voting for 2 people that they
Exactly.
I was like, whoa.
But then again, Lauren Jareggi went home last week, so...
Right. So.
But nonetheless, so not surprised that she went home today, or not surprised that she went home. Andy. Mm-hmm. I put, he is just so cute. I do like this.
He is so cute.
I can't take Emma seriously with the rat nose. I like that Derek showed him in real time, like how his frame should look. And I just felt like the whole episode, Alberto Ribeiro was just getting so pissed about the judges talking and like, do your, like, he's just like, hurry up and finish. And they were just like,
Right.
you know, and he's like, let's go. I just felt like he was so annoyed episode, which was really funny to me. But, I mean, it's cute. His packages, like, always get to me. Like, Emma was so sweet when they went to Disneyland and somebody's like, we're voting for you. She's like, oh my God, thank you. Like, it's just so sweet. But, like, we need to get this competition, like, rolling now. And I really don't want a filler dance. I want to, like, see some real competition. And Andy's gotta go. He's so cute. Love him. But
he's so cute. It was cute. I think he's getting better every week, which I think is like the goal of this.
I thought he did better last week.
See, I thought he did good this week. I really did. I thought he did good. But yeah, I'm ready. Like I said, he was cute. Looking at his kids and they're just, you know, it was adorable. But yeah, I'm ready for him to go.
Yeah. I will say I am glad that he made it a little further. I honestly, because they do get paid like per every week that they last, they get paid more. Mm-hmm. But I will say, even though, like, yeah, he does have to go, I wouldn't be surprised if Scott goes home first.
That wouldn't bother me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Scott goes home before.
Yeah. So.
Because honestly, I think that Scott should have gone before Lauren.
I agree with that. I feel like, yeah, for sure.
Scott and Andy should have been gone before Lauren, but at least Andy's likable. You know what I mean? Like, we were watching him. And he's like, you know, he's fun. Yeah. He's likable. So, yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Robert, love. I think it's so cute that he voiced Robert Furwin. So cute.
Oh my God, adorable. I wrote that down.
He's just so cute. I'm sad about this dance because, one, I had a lot of thoughts. Mm-hmm. Why did he come down from that pole when it was like, it was never used again? Like, why did he descend from the ceiling? Like, pointless. Mm-hmm. I was like, what's going on? That annoyed me. He's just so cute. I felt like it was a little boring, and I think at the end of the day, it comes to, like, I just don't like the cha-cha. I think it's boring. The song choice was rough, and I think Whitney looked disappointed with the scores that Robert got. But I think that they started on such a high that they're having all these, and the first two, and honestly everybody's like, oh my God, Robert's jive was great. Week 2, his tango to Move Your Feet, I literally watch like in my free time. I love that. I love it, and that's my like high. But I feel bad because I feel like he's plateauing, and the judges already like set such a high bar for him. But I feel like Whitney is doing everything that like she's supposed to. I just think the song selection a little weird and things like that, but I don't know. What did you think?
So I put in notes I'm so jealous he gets to see Zootopia too, because I want to see that so bad and I have to wait until November. But I have to say I feel the same way. I said it was kind of boring. I was bored watching it, and I do feel that coming out of the gate the judges loved him, and I think now it's hard for them because I don't know if it's Whitney's fault or if it's Robert's fault. I feel like every dance is the same.
I feel like, and I hate like to say this, it's Whitney's fault.
Yeah.
I feel like it's Whitney's fault because she put in the first 2 routines like a pizzazz, like a shock factor of like, so I don't know if it was on your TikTok like For You page, but that week 2 in the Move Your Feet, they have this like little where they break apart and they like do the little like dance, and that went viral. There's something that like sticks through the performance, and obviously like week 1 was just so, it left that like, oh my God, he could dance, like we didn't know this. And then that week 2, that little thing went viral, and then, you know, TikTok night was just not great. This one, again, it didn't
not great.
Yeah, and it's like the choreography, the song choice, I don't know. I hope like they get a contemporary or something where it's a little more fun, or like a jazz or something like that. And I really hope like Whitney like pulls through her choreography, because she did look disappointed with the scores, because he's doing everything he's supposed to do. He's hitting all his marks.
I know he is. But I feel
But I
like
agree.
I don't know, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know that he's going to be good doing a dance like Alex did. Like, I feel like he's good at poppy fun stuff, like that kind of stuff. I don't
That would be
know that
fun.
he's going to be good doing a waltz or, you know what I mean? Something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like the bar was set high,
Yeah.
but he's more of a showman. I don't know that he's going to be good when it comes down to that kind of stuff. But you can't do the same thing every week. You know what I mean? Like, you
I
can't
think
be
he will
poppy and
actually be good at like a Viennese waltz, like a very like. But I don't know, like this cha cha, it's killing me. Every person who does a cha cha, I'm like not feeling it. Yeah, I hate it. So we'll see. Elaine, I was like not feeling her song. As I mentioned last week, I was like Space Mountain Ride. I like low-key loved it. She did so good, especially considering it had no words. I was like, okay. And again, the quick step, that's what, like the fourth quick step. I enjoyed it. I got to see, compare. And while, you know, Dylan started us off with a quick step and we were like, oh, that's really good. Then you see who had it? Danielle. And then you see Hilaria with the quick step. And then you see Elaine with the quick step. And you're like, okay, that's what it should be looking like, you know?
that's what it's supposed to look like.
Exactly. So I enjoyed it, and Alan looked terrifying. What did you think?
I thought she did great. I do have to say, and like, again, I know that we are the audience and we are not judges, but when you're doing something like the quick step, I hate that they close up on their face. Like, I want to see their feet. You know what I mean? Like, it bothers me when it's like, and I get that we need to see but like, do it from afar so we could see their feet, because the quick step is awesome and I love watching it. I love watching their feet like intertwine with each other because they never get tangled, and I'm like, how do they do it? It's like magic. I love it. I don't know why. I just do. But it's like, and then they kept just like going back in on their, like, from here up, and I was like, no, I want to see their feet. I want to see their legs. You know, but I thought she did great. So this is where just today, and maybe I'm wrong, but today on TikTok they said that Carrie Ann has never been a dancer. Is that true?
No, she was a fly girl.
So that's it? She was a fly girl?
Let me see.
Because somebody said that she's not a dancer.
No, she definitely is. Carrie Ann Inaba dance experience. Look at us fact check.
Yeah.
So early dance began creative movement classes at age 3, danced hula as a child, and won a statewide talent competition at 16. Donna's Girly Show trained with strippers and circus performance and became the show's pool girl. National television, one of the first Asian Americans to perform contemporary dance nationally and live in color in 1990. And then she retired at 23 after working with Madonna to do...
Okay, so she can dance.
Yeah. No, well, she definitely has.
What bothered me? Dance. Okay, that's good to know. Because at first I was like, oh, ma'am. So what bothered me about her is she did it with Hilaria and she did it with Elaine. She keeps saying a woman of a certain age or a mature woman, or like, that shit, shut up. Like, cause she's 41, she can't be a good dancer. Like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, that really, and I feel like she does, like, backhanded compliments. I just don't like her. When she talks, I want it, like, and I felt like at one point Derek wanted to punch her in the face too, because I'm like, it really bothered me when she said it to both of them, talking about like, oh, at your age, like,
Andy didn't get that.
Right. You didn't do that, right? And I'm like, you are a woman of a certain age. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're old ass. Like, it really pissed me off. I did not like it.
She definitely picks favorites, like, and you can always tell, like, she likes Dylan. She obviously likes Dylan. Yeah. I'll just put it out there. I know we're not there yet. She hates Jen Affleck for some reason.
She hates her.
I
put that in my notes.
She does this. She does this every season because, like, there was the first season I watched with Caitlin Bristow won. She was a bachelorette. She hated Caitlin for some reason. There was always something that, like, she had to say, or she was, and the thing is like, she never really says, okay, so your technique wasn't clean, you need to work on your shoulders. Right. She's always like, oh, there's something missing, okay, well, what is missing? Tell her. If you can't decide what's missing, then, like, don't ding them on their scores, anything. Or just be like, you need to find something tangible that they can work on to better themselves, because something missing is irrelevant, you know? Yep. It pissed me off, but Yeah,
I'm just not a fan because, like I said, that bothered me the whole time. Like, don't sit up here. Andy is the oldest one there. You know what I mean? You didn't say one thing about his old ass walking. You know, these girls are killing it. Elaine and like I said, Hilary, I'm not a fan of her, but she can dance. They are killing it, working their bodies. They're getting thrown around and tossed around. Don't talk about that pisses me off. I just don't like her. I don't like that. It bothers me.
Agreed. Whitney, just so good. My big takeaway from this performance was Connor. Did you see him in the audience?
With his wig and his Hamilton outfit? Oh my God, I loved it. First of all, I am a Hamilton fan.
Oh, I'm not.
So I love Hamilton. I watch it like all the time. I watch it just when I'm cleaning. I put it on so I could sing. I could rap and sing the songs. So I love Hamilton. His outfit cracked me up. I just thought it was the cutest thing. And again, Connor can never do anything wrong. He is he's the best husband. Like he loves her so much, and he's like her biggest cheerleader.
He was on Tinder for.
Yeah, I know. Again, I can forgive him. If I could forgive Whitney, I could forgive Connor.
Okay. No, I love Connor.
She was jamming with her RSV, baby in the picture. We could forgive that. I could forgive Connor being on Grindr or whatever he was on.
Tinder. But okay.
I heard it was Grindr.
Yeah. No, I loved it. She's just so good. There is a lot of like discourse online to like try to get rid of her because and I will say
she's a dancer.
Well, it's not just
this is what I don't get it though. Because
it's Mark Ballas. It's not even take away Whitney. Mark Ballas kind of like cherry picks who he
does he
wants, and he is like the best of the best pros. Like his choreography is like the best. He was gone for a very long time, and then he came back to do a season with Charlie D'Amelio, and they won. And then he didn't come back last year. I think he actually judged last year, and then he comes back for Whitney. It looks a little suspicious. And it's not a Whitney fault. It's a Mark Ballas fault. I think people are more mad about Mark picking his, like, kind of going in and out.
Coming back when he thinks he can have a winner. And then, okay, I get that. But she's just really so good. Like, she really is. She's so good. Like I said, Alex was number one. And then I saw Whitney, and then I saw Whitney's scores, and I was like, they definitely could have threw Alex a bone and gave her a 9.
Yeah.
Because Whitney did great, and, but I think Alex did just as good. Yeah, I would say that they were even. Like I said, both of them, I loved both of their songs. I loved both of their things. I wish they did something better with Whitney's outfit for it, because it felt very, Hamilton is about like when we...
I don't know.
Got rid of, when we dispersed from England, when we, like the Revolutionary War, and so she was in a red outfit, and I was like, Hamilton, we weren't.
Yeah.
So, but I thought they could have done a better outfit, but I loved it. Everything about it. She's my girl. I could have went to bed after that. I did not, but once I saw Whitney, I could have went right to sleep. That was fine.
Yeah. Yeah, she did great. Jordan was Princess Tiana. I thought she did well. Another quick step, which I enjoyed so much.
I think she did great with it. I thought she did great with it. Again, song choice I was upset about.
Yeah,
my oldest daughter's favorite movie is
The Princess
and the Frog. And so they could have done Almost There. I don't know why they didn't. It could have been a quick win. It was good. Mm-hmm. But I think Jordan's great. I think she's going to go far. She kills everything she does, and I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed. And then to end off the night, that's the end, right?
No, we have one more.
Yeah, well,
Jen and Jan.
Jen. Yeah, so Jen and Jan. As I mentioned before, Carrion hates Jen. Why? I
don't think the judges like her and Jan at all.
Why?
Well, I don't know why they don't. But the one thing that I do find is that I noticed this one. First of all, I thought it was so cute. She looks so freaking cute as Princess Jasmine. She's just the cutest little thing.
She just had a baby.
Had a baby.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I had one 16 years ago, and I can't backbend like that anymore.
I was never able to backbend like that. Never mind.
Ever. Doing it after 8 weeks after having a kid.
That's crazy.
I thought she did great, and I thought her score should have... First of all, they scored...
They gave her a 6,
thought she was better than Dylan. Yeah.
Did they give her 6?
Better than Dylan. Yeah.
That's some bullshit.
I thought she was better than Dylan and Scott.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Like,
For sure.
she kills it. Now, the one thing that I did, like a lot of the people are saying, is that Jan needs to step it up because he does a lot of tricks and he doesn't
Yes.
focus a lot on dancing. So that could also be why they're giving them such bad scores.
Yeah, well, that's what I said last week. I'm pissed. I don't like Jan. I feel like that she's getting a disadvantage because of him, because he is, yeah, he's doing a lot of tricks and stuff and she's killing it, but like, she's not doing a lot of dancing, and when she does dance, it's great. While I do
Yes.
think this was her best dance, it's like I feel like
too.
it could have been better with a better choreography.
Because they needed to dance more. It was more, can your friends do this? And then
Yeah.
like, they're jumping up and down and, you know, but like I said, I put so cute. I loved it. I thought to me it was also one of the better songs of the night.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
Yeah, I was just super disappointed that they, you know,
She didn't
they-
deserve a 6. I just didn't feel that she
No.
deserved a 6.
No way. I really hope that like somebody like pulls Jan aside and is like, you gotta like step it up, or like,
Right. But that's what the judges are there for. Say something like that.
yeah. It just, you know what makes me sad, and while like I think Whitney like will win or be runner up, because I'm still like Robert Irwin.
Whitney's got to step it up for Robert if he's going to win.
Yeah, but while no, I'm saying like while Whitney Levitt.
No, I know.
Yeah,
I know what you meant.
Yeah, so I feel like part of me is like Whitney low-key should go home because she is at an unfair advantage with Mark, and poor Jen literally has the potential, and it's like then she gets paired with Jan, and it's like I feel bad for her because it's like I bet she feels so discouraged where she sees Whitney getting a 9 and she got a 6. That's crazy, and it's like not
she
your
shouldn't
fault.
have got a 6 though.
I
But
agree,
that's the
but
thing.
that's what
she
she got.
should have never got a 6, and that's what pisses me off.
Yeah, it's literally justice for Jen right now.
Yeah, justice for Jen. And like I said, I don't want Whitney gone though.
No. I'm
Because if she leaves, I might stop.
Stop.
I'm not gonna
No,
lie.
you
I might stop
cannot.
watching.
No, you
I
cannot
can.
stop.
I
No.
can. I can. Like again, 2 hours. Alyssa, I'm exhausted.
2 hours
I
is
can't
a
do
long
this
time.
every Tuesday. It was a long time. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Every freaking commercial.
I know. Well, you didn't listen to. You watched it live, which was your first mistake
I did.
again. I'm
I
telling
know.
you.
Because
But
I
it's
know.
only 8:30. Fast forward through the commercials.
yeah, but there shouldn't be that many commercials, is what I'm
I
saying.
agree. I totally agree.
Like just, even if they did, just do 2 people and then a commercial. I could deal with that. As we get lower, 2 people commercial, 2 people commercial, 2 people commercial. There's no
Yeah.
reason that when there's going to be, I don't know, how does it end? Is it like 5 people? Like
4 or 5, depending. One season they did
Okay.
5. Sometimes they did 4.
So there's no reason that after 4 or 5 people that the show should be 2 hours,
And just a reminder, the finale is 3 hours.
which is mind blowing. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
Well, you'll be here, so
Yeah.
that's how you'll do it.
Physically, yeah, but I still don't know that I'm going to be able to do it.
Just as in the corner,
You
just
said
like
a
sleeping.
margarita. You
Oh,
said,
yeah.
Alyssa, the minute they said Hilaria Baldwin is going home, I turned off the TV and lay down. I was so exhausted. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. I didn't even hear her talk. I didn't
Yeah.
hear anything. You know, I'm like, come on. But
And this is what happens when you're 42 on a schedule.
right. Yeah, that's exactly what happens though. When of a certain mature age.
Yes.
I need to go
Of a woman of a certain
yeah, no,
age on a schedule.
on a schedule, needs to go to bed, and I was exhausted, but
Yeah.
I'm hoping that, I don't know what next night. I know they kept,
Dedication
like
night.
I said, I think, what is it?
Dedication night. So they pick a song to like dedicate to somebody who's like really significant in their life. I'm sure like Robert Irwin would do his dad,
His
and then
dad.
dance with Bindi, which I will cry. I'm gonna have my period next week, so
Me too.
I'm gonna be a mess.
It's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. I'm gonna cry. I'm sure, because I'm sure in dedication night they're gonna give us some sob story about like why this
100%.
person means so much to him. I will definitely be in tears.
And especially with all the people that we have left, I'm like, okay, everybody should stay, you know,
Right.
because they always get to me. I'm just an emotional person. I gotta.
Yeah.
So we'll
I'm
see.
hoping, like I said,
If Zac Efron
Andy
comes out,
goes
I'll
next
die.
week. I know you will.
I'll die. I'll
I
be
think
like,
he's
there's no
going
way.
to. I think they're gonna dance together.
There's no way. Do you
I think so. The way he said it, I think it's him. And when they were like, oh, everybody else is bringing on, like, Hilario is going to dance with Alec. And so I feel like he's... I
You know
think
what's
I
so
feel like
funny?
he is.
Is Dylan
What?
went first and he like dropped that kind of like bomb and everybody was like, well, okay. And even like we posted, I posted something on our account like vote for Dylan because we got to see Zac Efron's coming out next week, basically.
Yeah.
And
Do you vote?
yeah,
Do you?
yes, absolutely.
Are you really voting?
Yes, 100%. I do it on the ABC website and I text. Let's see, who did I vote for last night? Last night. I did
Serious?
Jen, Robert, and Dylan. And Alex. Yep.
You're really not going to vote for Whitney?
Oh no. She gets enough votes.
She might not. People want to stop voting for her.
I'll vote for her next week then. She did really good this week.
So you really vote. I've not voted. I will start though.
Yeah. You could do it on like the ABC website too, and it's just like do it that way as well. But yeah.
Because I would vote for Jen. Because like you said, justice for Jen.
Yeah.
And I love Jen. Jen and Whitney are the only reason I'm watching.
Yes. I want to see next week. Yeah, I'm curious how that's going to go. But, what I was saying is, like, I think Dylan was really, like, he, like, unintentionally campaigned for his votes to stay there. And then I kind of wonder if Hilaria, like, heard the ballroom, like, and then she's like, oh, let me say how I'm going to dance with Alec next week. And then everybody's
Nobody
like, yeah, we don't want to see
Alec on the dance floor.
We don't want to
Nobody
see
wants to
that.
see that.
Send that girl home. Literally. So I feel like that might have, like, worked against her because nobody wants to see Alec Baldwin on.
If you said my 2-year-old is coming out to dance with me, I probably want to see that more than I want to see Alec dance with
Yeah.
me.
Maybe, what's his name's kids?
You think Connor's going to come out
But, I mean, who else?
and dance with Whitney?
Who else?
Be one of the, it could be Demi.
Oh my God, do you know who I saw? I actually saw right before we recorded. Danielle is going to, I think, dance with Mr. Feeney.
Oh, I saw that. Oh my
Yeah.
God. How freaking cute.
So cute.
Just vote for that. I mean,
I know.
love Mr. Feeney.
Exactly.
I saw that. He's like 90. I love him so much.
He is up there. But yeah, so
He is.
cute. Yeah, I'm curious. I feel like on Thursday they usually like tell us a song and the dance type, so I'm like anxiously waiting to see what
do
that
they?
is. I believe so, because remember we recorded last week and we knew the Disney night songs.
Yes, we did. I thought it was because I thought they said it on. I thought they said it on the show, but maybe they didn't.
No, they didn't say like of what the dance style
okay,
for like
yeah.
the following weeks are and everything. They announced that earlier. So yeah, I'm dying to know who it is, what song. If it's a High School Musical song, it's all over for me.
Yeah.
But then like after
That'd be
next week, I feel like Dylan, if he doesn't really step it up, like again, I think Scott or Andy will go home next week. Do you agree?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
Scott or Andy.
And then I think my top 4 is Whitney, Robert,
Alex.
and I thought it was Jen, but it might be Jordan. Jordan
Yeah,
or
I'm going with
Elaine.
Jordan.
I don't know. Elaine's like
Oh, and Elaine is dancing with
Chessie.
Chessie.
So it's Francesca.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Chessie. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I watch her on Abbott Elementary.
Yeah, I know
So.
she's on there. Yeah.
I love her.
So we will see about that. I'm really excited for next week because of that. I'll die. I'll just say. But do you have
Okay, well,
anything?
what happens if it's not him?
I'll be disappointed. He is also very close with his little sisters. So I wonder if like he'll dance with
sisters?
he has little sisters, which I'm so like, and I'm talking little. I'm talking like 8.
Oh, he's not dancing with an 8-year-old.
I don't think so. But how's he to dance with Zach anyway? I don't know. But I don't know.
Chessie and Elaine are going to dance together. They're 2 women. It could
Yeah, but it's a little different. I feel like I don't know. We'll see.
be. They've
But
never had a same-sex couple on
They
Dancing with the Stars?
have JoJo Siwa and Jenna Johnson.
Okay.
They did, yeah, and they did not win. That's the season Iman Shumpert won. Yeah, so it was
He did
like-
good, though.
He did really good. He was with Daniela. That was like, was that her first season? Yeah, I think it was her first season.
Which one is Daniela? Who's she
Dylan? Dylan's
with?
partner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So they pair her with the tall, lanky people.
Always. She also got, oh my god, you would know who it is too. Who was her Dwight basketball
Howard?
player? Yes, that's who she was paired
Do
with.
you know that so he lives in Swanee.
Oh, does he really?
Yes. He was at the CBS.
Oh my God.
When I was getting my medicine when they were giving me my medicine for my tailbone injury.
And you saw him?
I was walking around. I was on the phone with my parents and my daughter, and I was like walking up and down because in CVS you have to wait for your
medicine.
Your medicine. So I was like walking down and up every aisle, and I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't think I'm like stalking him because I'm like walking up and down the aisle. I look like a creeper, but I was
on FaceTime.
I was like, I'm nothing. Yeah, but I was not like I was like this. I was like literally talking. I had my earbud pods in, and I was just like chit chatting about and my daughter was like, I don't know, she was talking to my parents, and I was like, that's Dwight Howard. He was like, he's just ginormous, and I was like, oh, I wish I could say hi, but and I told my younger daughter, and she's like, yeah, his daughter goes to my school, and I was like, oh,
wow, look at that.
and I was like, are you friends with her? And she's like, no, she's in 10th grade. I'm not friends with her. And I was like, oh, and she goes, and I feel bad because she's like, I'm sure she has friends that are real friends. She's like, but I feel bad for her because it's like, do you know who are your real friends? Because, you know what I mean? Because are they just your friends because of your dad? And I was like, yeah, but her dad hasn't been in the league in a while.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, but I saw him. I just at the CVS.
Oh my God,
I was like,
so funny.
How exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, she was paired Iman.
He's tall.
Nellie.
And Dwight. That's awesome.
Dwight.
Nellie who?
Nellie.
Oh, I didn't know he was on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, Nellie.
See?
Joseph Baina. Arnold Schwarzenegger's son.
Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
Yep. And then last season, Jason Mraz.
He's a celebrity?
She was paired with Jason Mraz, and then...
Did he do good?
Yeah, he was runner-up.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'd only seen Amon Shumpert's, the one for...
Halloween
them night. Or whatever. Yeah, the Halloween night.
The Us one,
was
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that
one
really
was
good.
Awesome. Us, that's what it was. That one,
yeah.
It freaked me out, but I liked it all at the same time.
I think she won an Emmy for that.
Yeah, well, she should have, because it was genuinely, like, scary. Like, I was afraid, but I watched.
Yeah, it was really good.
I was like, this is creepy. So, yep, I liked it.
Yep. Yeah, so that's our Dancing with the Stars recap. Do you have anything going on this weekend?
No, I don't have anything ever going on the weekends.
I know.
It's so sad. I feel like old and sad, but no, I don't have anything going on. I'm just gonna chill out.
Yeah.
I have some cleaning I have to do. That sucks.
I feel that.
I gotta clean. How about you?
I just soccer mom it on Saturday mornings. That's all. Love it. But that is all I got going on. So nice and boring. I have book club tomorrow.
Yeah, so you know what sucks is that because we have nothing to do, we don't have catch up.
Yeah, but I feel like we always find ourselves.
Yeah, we do get to see each other next week, so that's exciting.
I'm excited for that,
Even
but
though
it'll be after
next weekend.
After we record,
Alyssa?
though. Yeah, it's okay.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I am not watching Dancing with the Stars live on Tuesday. Because if I do it on Tuesday, then we're gonna have to film on Wednesday, and then on Thursday it's gonna be a late night, and I can't.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just rewatch it on Wednesday.
I will. That's what I'll do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we tape, and then we could discuss.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Well, that is our episode, and we will talk to you next week.
Okay. Bye.